Well, hello everyone. It's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys your divine masculine air sign reading. So this is going to be for those of you that have a masculine who is a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. So obviously just take what resonates for you and get rid of anything that doesn't. All the decks I'll be using here today, I'll put them down below, as well as these beautiful Orgonites created by my friend Michele from Wing and Bell. This is the Divine Masculine Angel and the Divine Feminine Rose Quartz Nude. So let's go ahead and get started. And if you guys want your own personalized version of this reading, this is one that I offer in my Etsy shop. I have a 15-minute and a 30-minute version. So let's get into it, you guys. We're going to see what energy is this masculine currently in towards you in his head and heart space. Let's look at this energy. What energy is this masculine in when it comes to his headspace towards this feminine? What is he thinking? How is he seeing the situation, seeing her, etc.? What does this energy look like for this week? Okay, so we have the Devil's energy. This is Capricorn's energy. So there's a couple of things that I pick up on this. So this could be that this masculine is really thinking a lot about what he wants to, do with the feminine in a physical way. This could be very sensual. This could be a lot of fantasy, like a lot of desire or temptation to come towards her. So he could really be formulating a fantasy or living out some sort of fantasy in his mind when it comes to the feminine. Feels very bound to her. I feel like even for some of you guys could even feel haunted by you if he is not currently speaking to you or with you right now. So very heavy energy, but it's like that energy where it can be a little close to like fantasy, right? A lot of desire there. So let's see what else. Yeah, like there's that fire and desire, I feel. So yeah, some of you guys could actually be talking to this masculine a lot. And there's a lot of messages and exchanges going back with that page of Wands energy. A lot of flirtatious text, a lot of sensual, text and things like that. It could be very exciting and very fun right now, going back and forth. But definitely where he is at right now with this feminine is he really desires to either talk to her, be with her physically, maybe even plan some sort of life together. But the devil usually means that we're kind of stuck in some area of our life and maybe we can't actually do the things that we want to do, but we certainly think about it and we desire it. So hope that makes sense to someone out there. Let's go ahead and see what else we need to know. What else do we need to know here? Okay, so we have this Seven of Pentacles energy. And the Seven of Pentacles usually indicates here that, we're thinking about something, we're making plans, we are adding to, a situation. We're making little deposits here and there, but there's also this feeling of not being able to fully move forward with the plan. There could be something that's on hold right now. There could be something that is causing a little bit of a holdup or, resistance. And I kind of already picked that up with that Devil's energy, Capricorn. There could be some financial restrictions, or there could be somebody that right now their work or maybe family is holding them back in some way because they're responsible for things, because Capricorn is Saturn. Saturn is all about responsibilities and burdens and hardships. Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups here is really feeling like we want more. And that's what I'm seeing here. It's like the desire to move towards something more meaningful. So usually I would read this as the Eight of Cups, meaning like this masculine has walked away from the feminine, even though that can be, of course, the situation for some of you guys. But I feel like the majority is that this masculine is wanting to have something more meaningful with his feminine, but that means that he would have to walk away from some current situation, whether that's with another person or just his current structure or responsibilities in order for that to happen. So he thinks about it a lot and kind of fantasizes about it, but maybe at this point is not able to take action steps in the physical world because it's like he'd have to make some plans or like formulate some ideas on how to take action before that actually happens, if that makes sense. So that's what's going on in his mental space. Really thinking about walking away from something, but maybe being careful and strategic about that, and wanting to have something more with this feminine. So if you guys, and just take it if it resonates, are dealing with a masculine who right now, he's got a lot of responsibilities, or he's got some other situation taking place, but you guys are talking and maybe just friends right now, or maybe, you know, you're just kind of getting to know one another, this masculine might feel like you're that person that he really wants to be with, but feels restricted by something else. Now, this doesn't have to be an actual other person, but this could just be weighed down by responsibilities, or I'm just not sure that I can move beyond just a physical relationship at this point. I don't know if I have enough in my heart to be able to offer you, even though he might want to and kind of thinks about it and fantasizes about it. But there could be like a lot of things that are restricting him from his past. It could be, you know, trauma or heartbreak from the past, but he's thinking about this feminine this week in this way. So he's thinking about walking away from something to try to make something happen here. All right, let's take a look at that heart space energy. What's this heart space energy about? We have the Three of Cups. Definitely feel like I'm starting with the Three of Cups. This is the Three of Wands. I feel like he definitely is planning something, though. That's the Three of Wands. Like, we're planning. We see something on the horizon, right? But it does say partnerships and alliances, and we have two hands coming together, a masculine and a feminine's hand coming together. So I feel like he does want to connect with her in a physical way. I really do. And in his heart, like, he wants that too. But it might be in his heart, he feels like right now is not their time. Right now, he would have to abandon something that maybe he's not ready to abandon right now. But the desire is there, which is what I want to tell the feminine this week. The desire is there to be with you, to move towards you. But it's like there's this planning stage that's currently taking place. Okay, so we have the Devil again. Devil has come up now 2 times. So we do have to kind of honor that something's happening here. We have ego's energy, right? But it says a false sense of entrapment. Okay, kind of get that the masculine feels like he's trapped, but it's false. He isn't really. But when you don't have the tools, or you are codependent, or you have a lot of fear, those things are going to supersede the strengths, as in, wow, I really do have the power to break out of this. But your fear is going to, in a way, kind of tell you that you're stuck, or tell you that you can't do certain things. So that's why we have this false sense of entrapment. We have being overly focused on material things. So for some of you guys, this could be someone who is hell-bent on reaching the top, going for their goals, you know, wants to do everything that they can to make it in some sort of industry, and so they're not making you a priority, or they're not able to make a real true commitment towards you, because their commitment really is to material gain. That could be that thing that I was talking about, okay? But it says negative or fear-based thoughts. So they have a lot of thoughts about the things that they would like to do with you, feminine, but they fear that maybe they can't do these things for whatever reason. That's the message. So they feel it and they think it. The Devil's going on in both. Now, if you haven't spoken to this masculine in a long time, what I want to say, feminines, is that he still very much feels connected to you in his heart, mind, and soul. Okay? Definitely going on there for sure. All right. Let's get another card. We have the King of Cups, which is Scorpio's energy. So that's very powerful, very, very deep for sure. And that Scorpio energy is Pluto. So it's all about death and transformation. So there could have been an ending here, yes, between the two of you guys, but it still seems like there is this really strong connection that has a hold of both of you. Like, it doesn't really matter what's happened here. Like, you guys both have some sort of strong hold, okay? Some sort of strong hold. So let's go ahead and get the card that goes with the King of Cups, because it looks like I skipped that. We have the Hierophant's energy, Taurus. So Taurus, of course, is all about responsibilities. It can be about family and it can be about tradition. The Hierophant can sometimes indicate institutions of either schooling or marriage, but it's also spiritual things as well, spiritual growth and understanding. So in his heart space, I do feel, feminine, that he feels some sort of deep spiritual connection with you. Some of them may not know exactly what that is yet. Scorpio is all about mystery. Okay, it's like a mystery as to why I feel the way that I feel. What does this mean? Let me dive further. Let me figure something out here. I need time to figure this out, right? So that right there is what is going on in his heart space. But it can be for some of them that maybe they don't want to involve you in their mess. Maybe they don't want to involve you in their life, especially if they feel like they're not ready. So like a king of cups would do the mature thing, would do the right thing and not involve you in his mess. So I don't know if right now you guys are kind of teeter-tottering with this masculine, or if maybe things are just completely like at a standstill. But either way, I feel like this masculine wants to do certain things, but is holding himself back on some level because he knows that he might not be ready or it might not be the right thing to do. But he certainly has all of these emotions and feels very strongly towards this feminine. That's what I'm seeing here. Okay. So now let's look and see what is the energetic frequency that is connecting the masculine and the feminine at this time. What is the energetic frequency that connects the two of you? So this is shared energy in the energy field. Okay, so whenever I see this card here, it looks like somebody who's trying to blend in, right? Somebody who's trying, so we have the swan and then we have this girl and she's like got this, like these feathers and stuff on her, but she's obviously truly not a swan, but we're trying to kind of blend in, or we're trying to become something that we're not. So there's some sort of energy here where we're trying to do something, but you know, we might not be successful. We might actually feel like an imposter, right? With a Page of Pentacles, Page of Coins. So that Page of Pentacles energy is very much about perhaps a message in the material world. We did get the Page of Wands. Now we have the Page of Coins, Page of Pentacles. So I feel like both people want to come forward, or both people want to have either a new, like a beginning, or to like really build on this. But at the same time, there could be other things going on around you guys, because I'm picking up on that too. There might be other energies that are in the way, and we wish that they weren't there, but they are. Like, we can't ignore it, and that's the message I'm getting here. We can't pretend that something isn't there. It is there. Like, we can't pretend that that elephant isn't in the room. We can't pretend that someone is something or they're not something. So we have to be logical, I feel, in this situation. And even though we might want to get carried away in that devil's energy, which means like we just feel something, so it's like this carnal passion where we just want to go for it. But I feel like with this Hierophant energy in the mix, it's like asking us to pull back, especially if there are other parties involved in this situation, and try not to create any more karma or any more complications in the situation. Kind of like let people handle their responsibilities, let people close out other cycles before getting involved with you. Now, that's not going to resonate with everybody because not everybody is going through that. But if you are, I feel like that's the message this week. But if it is a situation where maybe somebody's valuing the dollar or their finances or their success more than they are connection, it's like that's something that we're going to have to let play out. Sometimes people need to get things only to realize, wow, it's really not as cool as I made it out to be. It didn't really provide me with the happiness, or it didn't make me as whole as I thought it was going to. Sometimes people have to go down those paths and figure it out for themselves, right? Like, how many times did our parents try to tell us, if you go in this direction, you know, it's actually not going to lead where you think, but you're like, what do you know? And then you do it and you're like, damn, my dad was right, or my mom was right. You know what I mean? Because why? It takes wisdom, and you're only really going to learn And we can see this man, he's got gray hair. So as he has aged, as he has matured, he is learning. And sometimes you have to go from a child to an older person. You know, with age, you will season yourself. With age and experience, you will understand more. So I feel like right now the shared energy is that somebody might just have to kind of grow or go their own way, or we might be forced to have to do the right thing, even though might not be what we want to do. But there's an opportunity for us to grow and to act mature in the situation, if that makes sense. And just, you know, if it doesn't resonate this week, no worries, you don't have to take it. Interesting. So this right here shows that someone has these letters, and this is unspoken words, right? Or a message that either we got or that hasn't come through. Somebody might be waiting for something. Somebody might be trying to figure out how someone is thinking or feeling because they're not communicating, or they're trying to look at the information and really look at what someone's truly saying here or what they're not saying. So there could be like this analyzation of information or words that's taking place right now. Really trying to figure out, why is someone not reaching out? Why is somebody not contacting me? Why is somebody not saying these things that I need to hear? Anyway, the Six of Coins. So the Six of Pentacles is about an equal exchange, two people being ready, two people being on an equal playing field. So you guys, I'm only going to say this, if there is a third party here, that's not equal playing field, meaning someone's got to resolve their situation first before they get involved with you. Okay. So if you're kind of waiting for someone to get back to you, waiting on someone to wrap up their situation, you know, we all have a choice. You don't necessarily have to wait for that. You know, you should still continue to kind of move forward, even though maybe it doesn't really feel like that's what you want to do. We still need to kind of take care of ourselves, and we still need to show up every day for ourselves. So try not to kind of put too much investment or like all of your eggs into this person's basket. But as you move forward, this person may move towards you. I feel that energy as well. So if there is separation or a challenge or another, you know, deal going on, keep moving forward, because as you do, even though you might not feel good about it right now, you're going to be glad that you did, because that's the right thing to do for yourself and for the situation. Okay. And if you're just dealing with somebody who's just kind of going through a phase where coins are very important to them right now, success, money, and status are just, you know, very important to them right now. With time, they're going to grow. With time, they're going to understand something, but it won't be by you telling them, and it won't be when you're waiting for them to figure it out. It will be when you're just kind of moving forward, and when you least expect it, this person might pop back in and say, you know what? I've learned some sort of lesson here. I understand that the grass wasn't greener on the other side. Or, you know what, when you just kind of stepped away and let me to my own devices, I figured it out. I resolved my family situation. I want to come together with you. I want to be with you. I want to plan a future with you. But right now, there's too much devil energy. There's too much toxic, either patterns here, or codependent situations, or somebody very much in their ego, and that seems to me what is kind of holding this connection up right now. So really just try to move your own way for now, even though we don't really maybe want to or don't feel that way. Try to treat people the way that you would want to be treated, or try to see yourself from an outsider's perspective. Would you respect someone for just kind of sitting around and you know, waiting for you to like return, waiting for you to return their call, or waiting on, you know, just like what you're going to do before they live their lives? It would probably be kind of unattractive, right? So I feel like some people, whether this is the masculine or the feminine, it's like we just need to carry on and just let things flow the way that they're going to flow, because the Six of Pentacles means that something's going to balance out at some point in this energy field, but it won't be when we're sitting here and waiting by the phone. It won't be when we are holding on to this super tight. The growth or the message or the movement will come forward as we move forward. Okay. And the original message of, it's like, we might not want to see something for what it is right now, or admit something, or we might want to kind of pretend or be in denial, but that doesn't work either. So we do have to open up our eyes, and we have to, open up our eyes, and we have to kind of look at the situation. So the shared energy is that you guys are both going through something here, and you guys both want to actually grow and move forward together. But there are a lot of just things jamming up this frequency right now. So let's kind of pull back, do our part on our own, let this person do their part on their own, and perhaps there will be movement in a positive way in the energy field, as we do that. So I really like that message. Very empowering, actually. All right, so let's get the masculine's higher self message to the feminine. What does the masculine want the feminine to know this week, despite all these challenges? Okay, so we have romance, Cupid, arrows, strike. So this energy is very on fire this week for masculine. Devil's energy coming up 2 times. Very carnal passion is what I keep getting here. It's very much just like, I want you. The arrow has struck me and I want you. That's what it is, okay? And we have the 5 of stars, but this is 5 of wands. There's a challenge though with this, okay? There's a lot of forces that seem to be kind of working against the flow of this arrow, right? I feel like this masculine does want to take the arrow and move with this direction towards the feminine, but there is something here that's causing this to not be a possibility right now. So the desire is there, but the ability to be able to do it is a different story. We have speak your truth. So there could be some hesitation to say something or to really speak that truth, to tell you exactly what's going on. So feminines, if you are waiting for information, and I did kind of pick this up here, if you're waiting for a message from your masculine and he's not communicating with you, it might be because he doesn't know how to articulate or formulate what he wants to say, and he doesn't want to lie to you perhaps, and so maybe he just feels it might be best not to communicate right now. And we have the 10 of stars, which is the 10 of wands, burden, right? So I feel like this masculine is trying to tell the feminine that he does want to change some sort of burdensome situation, a situation where he might feel like he's responsible for, but he's not happy in it, okay? Or I have a lot of things going on. I know it's ruining my life. I know it's keeping us apart, but I've got to deal with it. I got to kind of figure it out and deal with it in my own way. So I feel like he wants to change with the 5, knows he needs to change, but it's challenging for him. And the 10 would be this completion of the cycle. So I feel like this is something that is in motion right now. There's a path to change that is being set in motion right now, and there will be a closing of the cycle eventually. But like I said, feminines, it's probably not going to be when you're sitting there staring at it, waiting for it to happen, counting the minutes till it happens. It's going to be when you're just kind of carrying on with your life and doing your own thing. I feel like that's when it's going to happen. Okay. So I think that these are beautiful messages from the masculine. Let's get one more. Divine timing. When the time is right, you will know. Trust all will turn out well. So he is saying to the feminine here that there's a timing issue here, that this is something where maybe the timing just isn't right now. I saw that with a lot of the cards that already came through. So he's not saying just, wait for me or anything like that, but trust that all will be well. Trust that things are going to happen when the time is right. We have the Queen of Hearts, Queen of Cups. So trust your sixth sense. Trust that you are in my heart. Trust that, I care for you. Trust that you're truly that person that I want to be with. And I really like this because we have the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups that come through. That's not the Queen. Or, can I talk? Apparently I can't. The King. Here we go. The King of Cups and the Queen of Cups in the same reading. So your masculine sees you as their counterpart. They see you as that person that truly, truly is the one that they want to be with, the more meaningful relationship in their life. They've been searching for something more meaningful, and you fit that mold. And so masculine isn't going to forget that no matter what's going on here. You are in his heart space, feminine, and you do motivate him to want to be a better version of himself so you guys can carry through with this journey. But right now, there's a lot of struggle in his material world, and until he clears up that mess or that cycle or learns a thing or two, that might be why things are a little struggling. No, that might be why things are feeling a little bit of a struggle right now. Okay, let's go ahead and end the reading with some final messages here in regards to upcoming energies on your journey. What are some upcoming energies as you guys both continue forward on this journey? Okay, so 2 want to come out. I was only going to grab 1, but we have no need to fear. I kind of like that because it was saying here, trust, right? Remember how powerful you are, divine feminine. That's beautiful. And this is also for the masculine too. This is Spirit's way of letting him know, get out of that fear-based thinking. And that really came up here. Okay, so let me just read this. Negative or fear-based thoughts. So Spirit is actually helping masculine to remember who he is and remember how powerful he is and to step outside of that fear. Okay. Two of Wands when it comes to the decisions that need to be made. So I feel like this is probably relating more for the masculine because I feel like that the devil's energy obviously was connected to him, but it's also connected to the way that he feels towards the feminine. So he might have a lot of fear that is holding him back with the decisions that he's making or not making with her. So Spirit is really assisting the masculine and the feminine with their fear, with their issues, with their hangups, how things can clear, things that we can do, etc. So this card says, investigate, look closely, right? Ask questions, think before acting. So there is this lack of acting. There's a lot of thinking going on, but there's this lack of acting. So kind of feel that the forward momentum is kind of somewhat the same, but we do at least have Spirit assisting in trying to investigate and figure out, why do I feel this way? Why am I so fearful? Why can't I make this decision? Why can't I clear this energy? Spirit is assisting in that department moving forward for the both of you. Oh, I love that. The 10 of Swords, finality. So this is about putting an end to a situation, being done. Remember the 10 of Wands that came up, you guys? So there's a situation that's on the horizon that is going to be ending. And I'm not seeing it ending really between the masculine and the feminine. I feel like there's something in the masculine's life that's ending. And so what this does is it helps to carve out a new beginning for the both of you. So this is something that is in the possible future here. We're putting an end to a situation with the decision that we make. But the reason that this is still going on and the reason that there's still a challenge here with the two of you is because someone lacks the strength and is still letting fear run the show when it comes to a decision that they need to make. So look deeper into the situation, feminine. This is not about you. This is about your masculine's lack of like his inability right now to be able to believe in himself that he can handle some sort of situation and put an end to something. And that doesn't mean you have to, remember, sit on the sidelines and wait for that to happen. But when you look at it, really try not to focus too much on, just all those things that we can certainly focus on that just suck. As in, this person's an idiot, or this person, if they were stronger, they would do this, or they don't love me enough. I'm getting here, don't go there, because there's no need for that, you know? There's no need for that. Really try to kind of keep your energy focused on yourself and maybe be a pillar of strength. This is kind of cool. Be a pillar of strength, right? Just energetically for your masculine while he makes decisions and plans for the future. Try to be patient. Now remember, patience does not equal staying stuck and stagnant in your life. No, you are continuing to move forward, which is why this beautiful image came through. Okay? When we love ourselves and show up for ourselves, other people show up for us and they love and respect us too. So by your actions, feminine, this is actually showing the masculine that you know that you have value, you know that you have worth. And if he wants to join you in your future, he can certainly catch up, but you're not going to sit around and wait for this. You can still be a pillar of strength and hold space and love and light for him, but that doesn't mean that you have to just sit there and, you know, deal with an unsatisfactory situation or put your life on hold. So I just feel like that is some kind of, you know, message for the feminine to look at it in a different way and try to allow him to take that time that he needs to clear up some cycle that has been keeping the two of you apart. So with time, this is going to, I feel, change. So anyways, I really hope that you guys enjoyed that reading and just obviously take what resonated for you and get rid of anything that didn't. I do these every single week now. So if this didn't resonate this week, maybe next week's will. This is a huge collective with a bunch of different things going on for a bunch of different people. I just go with where spirit is asking me to go. I know that that's not always everybody's cup of tea, but I just have to trust that whoever needs to hear the messages will hear these messages. So anyways, you guys, thank you so much. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Leave a comment in the comment section if you feel like it. And also, I've got my links down below for the readings, decks, you know, everything. So thanks a lot, you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.